whole creation groaneth, giving all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham Rakha Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to rule well, laboring the word and doctrine. Shalom, meaning peace, and that being to the elect of the nation of Israel. Now, Salahia, do not disturb mode, sort of bugged out. So there might be, notifications coming through. Forgive me for that if that is the case. If not, we're good. We're cool, man. We're cool. So Romans 8 and 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain. Salahia. Got a little animal friend getting all a bit too friendly. Right, Salahia. Romans 8 and 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And that's spiritual, man. Because we were going into this, that what this creation is including animals. It's including the everything in ordinance, down to the trees. And even them, no fella has come up against us. That's what they will say after this man goes down. But this word here, we'll listen to the Edomite say it. It's not alright, you're gonna have to listen to me say it, which is not gonna be the best. Katisis. It says the act of founding, establishing, building, etc. The act of creating, creation, i.e. thing created. That's where you get the term creature, which people don't. Sometimes I'll pronounce it creature, sometimes I'll sort of pronounce it creature, because that's where it comes from. It comes from being created, creation. So creation, i.e. thing created, of individual things, beings, a creature. Al-Salahi is a creature, a creation, or a creation. Not creation like a Salahi. But if you're following creature, it's creation, it's created, so it's a creature. A creation. It says anything created after a rabbinical usage, by which a man converted from idolatry to Judaism was called. Ignore that. The sum or aggregate of things created, institution, ordinance. The whole creation. And let's look at this word, pass. All of it, individually, each, every, any, all, the whole. As I said, the whole of it. Everyone, all things, everything, collectively, sum of all types. I remember this from, all things, if I'm not mistaken, John, 1 John. I'll just fact check that. This is a real test of book order. Oh, just missed it. It's not a test because it's there, obviously, but... Alright, 1 John... there it is, 1 John 2 and 20, but you have an unction from the Holy One, all things, therefore all again is past. So we know that the whole, all the creation, literally in Greek, how it's rendered here, it's whole the creation, right? Everything. Creation groaneth and travaileth in pain. And you should know what travail means. Let's look at this word groaneth. Okay. Obviously we can't get him to. I need to sort that out. I know what's going on with that. But sisternazo says to groan together. Let's look at this. A sigh, groan. Stenazo. I'd be interested to see what the Ezekiel is. Ezekiel 9 in Greek. If it's that word stenazo. So it says groan 3 times, sigh once, with grief once, grudge once. Now I need to pause that and actually check. Let's go translation. Now in fact you can do that. Now Yahawah taught me that. You can go in this, you click Septuagint, and you get that. So what does it say? So we're looking for that word. So lucky. If it jumps out straight away, I can't go into all the Greek like that. Now, I'm not going to be able to do that. I don't want to waste your time trying to work through it. We're sighing and crying. Like it continues to say, but the whole point is the whole of creation is not the whole point. So like the point I'm trying to emphasize or highlight in this lesson is that. So like Romans 8:22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. We'll look at this word for travail. I think that's with. It's a compound word. It's dino, or yes, oh man, sunodino. It says to feel the pains of travail with, being travailed together, metaph, to undergo agony like a woman in childbirth, along with, that's what I was looking for. Not, that's what I meant, when you said, you should know what travail means. It reminded me like a woman in travail. Or it talks similarly in Ezekiel, and by that I mean Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, I believe. It says with, S-Y-N means with. It says odino, to feel the pains of childbirth, to travail. It says travail in birth twice and travail once. Yeah. For example, Revelation 12:2, and she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pained to be delivered. Right, so the whole of creation, everyone is in that same. Everyone's waiting for this man to go down, whether they know it or not. Now, even the other nations that wax rich, the merchandise, and they will wail when Babylon falls. But when they clock, meaning in English slang, when they realize what is going on, what's being set up, and how much better it actually is, then they'll begin to accept it. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Right, so the whole creation is in a state of mourning. Isaiah 14, and we'll start at 7. Of course, it's a proverb against King of Babylon, as you can read in verse 4 if you're looking on the screen. But we'll start at 7. The whole earth is at rest. Isaiah 14:7 on down. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against us. Right, since that man of sin got put down, and this is a future prophecy, and no fellow, you look at that word, it's the word karath. It says to cut off, cut down, cut off a body part, cut out, eliminate, kill, cut a covenant. And all of these, they pretty much all say cut, man. I'm not hiding anything, it's on screen. But I just don't want to repeat myself and waste your time. And mine, to be honest. So you can see that they're to be cut. Why? Because you have something called deforestation under this man. Right, this man in governance. We know him as E. Okay. And it also talks about it here, this man being taken out of the way. And he will be taken out of the way. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Right, because when Paul was writing this, that's the same thing. Speaking this, teaching this, you know what I mean, man. That man of sin, his mystery of iniquity was already in work under the Roman governance. But it had to ramp up, and it continues to ramp until that beast mark. And even that, I probably should have said something a bit codier, but there we are. 2 Thessalonians 2:7, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And that's E, man. He'll be put down and no fellow will come up against them. Those trees. And that's part of the whole creation which is groaning at this current moment. 2 Thessalonians 2:8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And we'll get the next verse in Romans 8. And maybe Yeah, we'll just read that and we'll see. Romans 8 and 23, we'll start from 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. And let's just check that word for body. Summer. Yeah, cool. Ooh, look at that. How many times? 144. 144. That's spiritual. But yeah, we're in groaning, and we're fully aware of that. Be comforted. The whole creation, and whether they outwardly seem to enjoy it, no, the trees don't, the earth doesn't, but it will be refreshed, and we will have the redemption of our physical body, rather the destruction of this tabernacle, and the raising up of a greater one, and we shall all be changed. And we'll leave it there, giving all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Shalom.